I need all the wins, yeah. Ain't no L's, I gotta get it, no call it quits, yeah. Gotta keep on moving no matter how hard it gets, yeah. Better move out the way, cause I'm coming with harder hits. My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all it is. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out.
Yeah. How's it going?
What up?
We got week 17, last week of the year. A lot of interesting games going on. So we're gonna hop right into it. I think I'm gonna switch the order though. I think I'm gonna switch the order.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
do what you gotta do, man. We got Dan Campbell with us on IG. So.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna switch the order. I'm gonna start with the furthest game back. So I'm gonna start with that 49ers Ravens game first. So 49ers Ravens, obviously, like the Ravens blew out the 49ers. I don't know about Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy had a terrible day. But thoughts? What are your thoughts on that game?
You hate to see a young man lose money, man. Live action. Hate to see it. But Purdy just screwed the pooch, bro. He had MVP locked up, sewn up, and just couldn't get it done. Couldn't get it done at all. So hate to see it, but a bit expected. We said he might not have a great game versus the Ravens. I still don't like that they saying Lamar is MVP now for this. I don't think he was overly dominant in that game. I didn't see much. The defense got 5 takeaways. Like, what are we talking about? It's hard to lose games like that.
Yeah.
But you know, I still think the Niners come back from it. Losing at home to the best team in the other conference is kind of rough. I think you really need to start thinking about it. I think the 49ers just need to get healthy, though. They had some injuries happen in that game, Purdy being one of them. They just got to make sure that they're healthy and that they're good. Lock up that number 1 seed, get a bye week. And I think that the Niners are fine. Purdy's pockets got hurt. Sucks to suck, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, that was a big statement game for both sides, like good and bad. You covered the bad for the 49ers. I think on the other hand, it really kind of solidifies the Ravens as like the head and shoulders favorite in the AFC. It was kind of up in the air for a bunch of weeks. You didn't know if it was the Chiefs. The Chiefs kind of fell off. The Dolphins had some questionable games. The Ravens going into the week were the 1 seed, but I don't think anyone was really like confident in them the way they were about the 49ers and the NFC. But now I think clearly Lamar is the MVP favorite. The betting odds reflect that. We can get into that in a little more, the MVP talk, but I think that game, I'm not really worried about the 49ers. I think they're still the favorite in the NFC, mainly because as we saw, the Cowboys got some question marks, the Eagles still too. So I don't think it changes much in the NFC, but I think in the AFC, the Ravens gotta be the favorite now.
Yeah, I think the Ravens are definitely the favorite. I wish they had a better test. It seems like the narrative for the 49ers is always, if this didn't happen, then like what would have been, you know what I mean? So it's like I'm gonna hold that against them a little bit, but I wish it would have saw a better matchup and just seen what they had like toe to toe. But I mean, I've been saying it about Purdy. I don't think he's that guy. I mean, if you look at it, I think who was it? Cam Newton. Everybody he said who was a game manager has been playing bad ever since. So I don't know. There might be some truth to it.
I wouldn't call him a game manager per se. I've seen. I don't want to say greatness, but I've seen really elite throws and plays from Purdy where he's made an impact. You just got to get the ball, but if he can be relegated to a game manager and just manage the game, I think that's the best version of the team, right? Yeah. Just get the ball to the playmakers. Yeah. But I've seen Purdy make great throws. Like, I've seen him make great throws. So I can't call him just a game manager. He's not elite. He's not like a star player to this point. But I can't go – like, game manager is like Chad Pennington back in the day.
Whoa. Chad Pennington.
I'm wrong, Lee.
Chad Pennington. That's another. I'll save it. Go ahead. Chad
I'm
Pennington's
wrong
my
about
guy.
Chad.
Chad Pennington's
You're
my
talking
guy.
about
Don't
his
talk about
guy,
Chad like
man.
that.
You can't talk
Okay,
about
all
Chad
right,
Pennington
all
like
right,
that,
all
man.
right. My bad, Chad.
Two-time comeback player of the year. Come on.
I'm sorry. We gonna get the comeback player of the year later.
Mm,
We gonna get to who that is.
All right,
yeah.
you done?
I'm done. I'm done.
I'm tired of the Brock Purdy disrespect. Yeah, like he's not a game. Has he been a game manager? Like, yeah, but that's only because like that's all he's really been asked to do. But I don't think he's limited as just a game manager. I still think he has a ceiling to be like a top 10, top 15 quarterback. I think two things can be true. So like the argument against Purdy is that the 49ers are stacked. He has all these weapons. He gets a lot of yak, which is true. He leads the league in yak per completion with Debo, Kittle, Ayuk, all of them. They get a ton of yak for him. So they make him look really good too. But on the other hand, he still has he's still like top 5 in all the air yard stats too. So and that's the stats talking about before the
Before the
completion.
catch,
So
yeah,
like
yeah.
yeah. So he's getting all the yak, and he's also getting air yards before the yak too. So and the outcome is he's like top 5 in yards. So he's doing both. So I think two things can be true. I think he can be a game manager, and he can still be elite. So I still think he's still like in the top half of the league. I don't like you said he's not like top 5. Obviously, he's not on that level, but I still think he's in the top half of the league in quarterbacks in the league. I think we're being too harsh on him. But,
Yeah, I will say I think he's a level above game manager. But I still think like there's still levels to go. Because I mean, if the 49ers don't make the Super Bowl, they don't win the Super Bowl this year. I mean, can you make an argument that like they should have kept Jimmy? You know what I mean? Because like Jimmy went there and lost it. So it's kind of like he wasn't playing terrible when they made the switch to Purdy either. Like I think the 49ers were still a good team. They were still rolling. So I don't know. I think you can make the argument where it's like unless he goes to if he doesn't make the Super Bowl, I don't know. It's kind of like I think the reason they don't make the Super Bowl is for Purdy. You know what I mean? Like it's not going to be anything else.
yeah.
Like the defense hasn't let them down. CMC's been consistent all year. Like everybody's been playing well. When they lose, he doesn't play well. So it's like he's always the reason they don't win, but he's not necessarily the reason why they win.
Yeah, I
I
think
feel
he's
like
at
that's
the
unfair.
Is it?
well.
Or is it the
It's
truth?
unfair.
That's a little
It's unfair
It's
because
the
he hasn't had
truth.
the chance to do it yet. But like
No.
we always do that to all the quarterbacks.
It's the
Like,
truth.
as soon as a quarterback starts like showing progress, they hit like a point, and we're like, okay, but can you do it when the game's on the line,
I
in the
get it.
playoffs, like things like that? It's
I
like
get it.
it's the same shit Dak gets.
But
Like Dak's
Yeah.
been great, but he hasn't been able to do it when it counts. Like we haven't seen Purdy do that. I don't think he has
So-
any fourth quarter comebacks this year. Like
Right.
But
I get it.
but I'm not
and
even
I'm
talking
not
about
mad
fourth
at
quarter.
it. It just feels like damn, right? Like if I play out of my mind, it's because I had all these people around me. And if I play bad at all and we lose, I get all the blame. No matter
No,
like
no,
it's
yeah,
but no, but
Yeah,
you gotta
but
give
the
him some
thing
credit. You gotta give him
no,
some
no,
credit.
I give him some credit, but I'm just saying like he is the reason why they lose. Like it's not because like the defense doesn't come up and like they're putting up a whole bunch of points on the defense or like oh they couldn't get the run game going, so like it was all put on him. Like you can't in any of the losses you can't really make an argument for anything else except
how
him
far
just
back are
playing
we going with
poorly.
that?
I'm
How far
I'm just
back? Are we
talking I'm
just
talking
doing
about
this year?
I'm talking
Because
about
I
this
was saying
year.
because the Eagles were driving down the field every single possession
Oh
last
yeah,
year in the
yeah,
playoffs.
yeah, yeah. But
You know what I'm saying?
to like if I'm making it fair, it's kind of like if they didn't have a quarterback, like I can't, you know what I mean? Like if their defense is on, like eventually it's gonna happen. But I'm just saying like even like the 4 picks, like okay, some of them were tipped, right? Like I'm not giving him all 4, right? But it's
I'm
like
giving them
yo,
all 4.
either way, right? You can't throw 4 picks against the Ravens. Like that's a big time game, and like it's a small sample
At
size. But
home.
when Sam Darnold came in, he drove down the field. You know
The-
what I mean? You know what I mean? So it's like it's I don't know. Like I just know every time they've lost, like he hasn't played well. Like it's not like oh I've played decent or like I played solid and like we just didn't make the plays. It's like he hasn't played well.
Yeah. Like Dak
that's
has
fair.
games where he's played well and they lost.
Yeah,
Purdy
exactly.
doesn't have those. So
Yeah, like
Yeah,
even the
and
Eagles game this year, I think Dak he dropped the which I don't know why they keep doing that, but Dak like dropped the ball at the goal line, and they missed that touchdown. Like that was a big play, and like some other miscues, but he played well. So
yeah. This is what it is. Give Christian McCaffrey your MVP, man. I don't care. I'm gonna say it until it happens, bro. Give
have you
our
checked the
white boy
odds?
his
Have you
MVP.
checked the odds lately? Have you checked the odds?
so is he
He's
the
up there,
favorite?
but
He's second. He's second.
listen, he needs to
Should
be
he be the
one,
favorite?
bro.
Should he be the favorite?
They keep this carousel for the quarterbacks. Whoever's
Yeah.
up this week, I'm tired of it, bro.
You want to do
CMC been
MVP talk?
cooking
You want to do
all
MVP talk?
year.
Yeah, who should be
We
the
could do
favorite,
MVP talk.
man?
I mean, it's kind of Lamar, but Lamar by default. To be honest with you, it's like
Yeah, 'cause it's
19
CMC.
touchdowns,
it's
bro.
Lamar by default.
Because it's
Lamar
CMC.
by default.
It's
Yeah.
ridiculous, bro.
It should be CMC, but it's gonna be Lamar. Especially, I think it's Lamar's to lose this week because they play the Dolphins, so this is a big game for him. Like seating wise, storyline wise, so like he's got to show out today.
Yeah.
Lee,
And
it'll be Tua. It'll be Tua by the end of the day, bro.
Well, that's what I was.
how
that's what I'm
stupid
saying.
it is.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
It
how
might,
stupid it is.
But that's what I was gonna
It
say.
might-
I think Tua moved up to third in the
Yeah,
most
I don't know.
recent.
For
Yeah.
what? He didn't do anything.
Yeah,
because everyone else fell. Everyone else fell. Purdy fell.
No.
Dak
but
fell.
it's like CMC consistently stays two, like throughout all of this.
Everyone else fell. He's right
Bro,
there. But
It should be CMC. Sleeper on Josh Allen. I try to tell you, he gonna have like 40
It's not gonna be
touchdowns.
Josh Allen, man.
You gotta let if they
It
win
can't
out
be.
and he does well today,
it's not gonna be Josh Allen. They don't
It
have
can't
the team success. They don't
sleeper
have the
Josh
team
Allen,
success.
bro.
They don't have.
It's
the
gonna be
narrative,
Lamar.
man.
It's gonna be Lamar.
They don't have the narrative. Like I said, the Dolphins Ravens game makes it so Josh Allen can't be MVP. Because either way, if the Ravens win, it's gonna be Lamar. If the Dolphins win, then the Dolphins win
Hold
that
on.
division.
Okay, hold on. So say the Ravens win, but Lamar plays poorly. Josh Allen throws for 4 touchdowns versus the Patriots, then wins that game versus the Dolphins next week
But
by
you're,
throwing another 4 touchdowns.
no,
Then it's
not gonna-
CMC. Then it's
Because
CMC.
but they're
But it
would it
would-
be?
I
They
don't-
want
I
to
don't-
give it to the hottest quarterback of the
But I
week
don't.
every
But I don't
every
think
week.
But the thing is, like Ravens would still be the number one seed, and you're hoping that Lamar Jackson has 2 bad games
Hold
back to
on.
back. Because remember,
he would have. Hold on, no, but they don't need to play him in the next week if they win this week.
yeah, but
He might
you
not
also,
even play that
But
week.
think about how it's currently structured. Like Lamar Jackson doesn't have crazy numbers. You know what I mean? So it's like the numbers
But you
don't
would
really
be
matter that much.
inserting a quarterback
doesn't-
that has crazy numbers. That
But the
just
thing with-
came off of a 6-win win
The
streak.
thing with Lamar though, his MVP case isn't in the numbers; it's in the storyline.
Yeah,
So it's
exactly.
like-
What storyline, bro?
'Cause
What is the storyline? That the
Every-
Ravens
nobody
No one
are-
wanted
him.
him.
Nobody
Nobody
wanted
wanted
him,
him.
man.
Literally, nobody wanted
Nobody
him.
wanted him.
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, nobody wanted him. I remember hearing Jet fans say, "F Lamar, we don't want him. Don't trade for him." And now, like,
Yeah, I was
It's the
tripping.
narrative,
Rodgers,
man.
but-
It's the narrative.
I forgot that even
But-
happened. Y'all talking
Is
about the narrative.
it's but it's also like what he's doing. He's doing. I think out of all the other quarterbacks, he's doing the most with the least. Right.
Listen.
So if you look at all the weapons around him, his number one receiver is Zay Flowers, who I think is a really good receiver, but I don't think he's a true number one. He's not CeeDee
PMC,
Lamb.
bro.
He's not Brandon
F
Ayuk.
that.
Mark Andrews
Double-
is out for the year.
Double
J.K.
down on
Dobbins.
Christian McCaffrey, y'all. It's
Christian
happening. This is the
McCaffrey,
year.
man. I
This
think
the
so.
year.
I think
Ravens
there's a road to co MVP. I think there's a road to co, man. Because if he gets those
Well-
numbers, I think there's a road to co. But I
I'm
think
gonna be
that's
real
it.
PMC with the way betting works now. They're not doing that shit.
Yeah, they're not doing.
They-
I think they can, man. I think Ravens have to lose though. I think Ravens have to lose this game
Yeah.
for CMC to have a shot. If they win,
Yeah,
it's over.
It's Lamar's to lose. It's Lamar's
Yeah.
to lose because Lamar doesn't have the individual stats, but if you look at like the team stats, like they're the number one rushing team in the league, and he's leading them in rushing. Right? He lost his number one running back, J.K. Dobbins. His probably his most talented running back, Mitchell, only played 8 games this year. His number one tight end, Mark Andrews, out, only played like
Keaton
half
Mitchell
the year.
was
Again,
better than A-Chain.
Oh my god.
yeah,
Listen, man.
exactly. So he's lost like
Not
4 of his top 5 weapons. He's still got a top 5 offense overall, number 1 rush defense. He's leading it. So I don't know. You gotta-
listen, man. Niners gonna feed Christian McCaffrey, bro. Get that white boy his trophy.
the problem is he's got to face the Ravens D.
Yeah. So it's gonna be
The
tough.
Ravens D
bro.
helps Lamar. The Ravens D helps Lamar so much too.
Yeah, that is true. That defense is playing out of his mind this year. Um, but I guess moving to that next game. So we had the Jets and the Browns. So Jets 20, Browns 37. Joe Flacco, man, like just been playing out of his mind, like off the couch. Like, how do we feel? Like, can he lead the Browns like deep into the playoffs?
Yeah, how you feel about that,
Yeah.
Lee?
Conference championship, Browns conference championship. That's where they're going. Browns conference
Browns
championship. Because
championship, okay.
I was skeptical on Flacco until he fucking torched the fucking Jets. Obviously, we know the Jets top 5 pass defense in the league. This guy comes in over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns with no Mari Cooper, by the way.
Yeah.
So it's like I can't say
Oh,
anything.
what's his name got injured too mid game? The other wideout still cooked him.
Moore?
Yeah, Elijah Moore. Yeah, he got hurt too. So he's got who's his running back? Like I don't even like Ford. Ford's his running
Ford,
back. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah,
Told y'all
Ford.
to start Ford, man.
Like
Told y'all.
But yeah, I think the Browns can make the conference championship, especially if because they still have an outside shot at the division too. Talking about the Ravens, if the Ravens lose this week to the Dolphins,
they have a shot at the number
the Browns
one
are right
seed.
there. Yeah, the Browns have a legit. So and the Browns, I think the Browns can make a pretty deep run in the playoffs if they can somehow sneakily get at least one home playoff game. They're 8-1 at home, 3-4 on the road. So if they can sneak in and I mean, they're already in, but if they can sneak a home game in there, I think they can win at least one game on the road. They can potentially win 2 games, and I think that's the conference championship. Especially in the AFC, we just talked about all the teams that we're not really confident in. The Chiefs, the Bills, like all these teams, the Dolphins, like the Ravens are really the only team that I would say the Browns don't really. But it's a division game, so who knows? But
yeah, I fully agree. I think the Browns are dangerous. I think I talked about it last week with the Bills. I think the Browns are really the team that nobody wants to face. That defense is elite. That defense is elite. And Flacco's playing out of his mind, man. If Amari Cooper is going to be healthy for the playoffs and Elijah Moore is healthy, they're able to run the ball. They're able to throw the ball now, like down the field, actually get down the field. It doesn't matter, it seems, who they're throwing to. And Njoku's coming alive with Flacco. And, Flacco's comeback player of the year, bro. I'm sorry. Like, I listen.
Yeah, he's got to be. He's got to be.
It's my sound insensitive. I don't care that DeMar Hamlin died, bro. He back. He alive,
played,
bro.
right?
Yeah.
DeMar
He hasn't played.
Yeah,
he hasn't played.
He hasn't played, bro.
But no,
Flacco's comeback. It's either him or Baker. One of those two.
No, it's Brees. It's Brees. Brees Hall.
No, it's not. It's
not. He's coming off an ACL injury. He came off a terrible ACL injury.
Nobody cares about Brees Hall, bro.
Look what he's doing with the Jets. Look what he's doing
Flacco,
with that O-line. Coming off the ACL.
Brees Hall. I don't even believe that.
Flacco, you saw the stat? He passed Johnny Manziel's career marks for the Browns this past week. So,
hey man,
I don't think it's been enough games for him to win comeback player of the year. Like, how many games has he played? It's like less than half a year.
I don't know. He's putting up numbers.
Comeback player of the year is a made up like it's a made up award.
Made up thing.
That is a pure, it's never been a more pure narrative award than anything in the history of anything, right? Yeah. It's the narrative. Joe Flacco came off the couch and is leading the Browns to a potential number 1 seed right now, bro. There's no chance. He has to win it, to me.
Yeah,
he has
sleep
to.
on the side.
And I would, he old, bro. He old.
Yeah, and they got 1 game left, and he has right now he has 1,600 yards, 13 touchdowns, 8 interceptions.
Yeah, listen. I hope he cooks. And I just want to see them. I want to see him play the Ravens. I talked about the Rams. I talked about the Rams and the Lions and Stafford. I would love to see Flacco play the Ravens, man. At some point.
Yeah, but Flacco's only played 5 games, so he'll end up playing 6 games. You're gonna give him a year award off of 6 games?
Yes,
I would. You're talking about Brees Hall like we care. Nobody cares, Lee.
Yeah.
He's got the stats though. He's got the stats.
Yeah.
Like he's had a.
Nah, I would say if not Joe Flacco, I'd probably say Baker. I'd probably say Baker. I think he's got more than narrative.
Brees ain't even come up. What's the line? What's the line?
I think DeMar Hamlin's like number 1, so like
Oh
I don't
my
even check
God.
it.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah.
God.
like DeMar Hamlin's
Has
still
he
number
played
1.
one? Has he played?
I don't
one
think he's
snap?
played one
Like,
snap this year. Like I honestly, I don't even know how many games he's dressed. To be honest.
yeah, it's
Bro.
it's
Shout
DeMar,
out to
Flacco,
him,
and
man.
Baker top 3.
Shout out to him. Then where's Brees, bro? Shout out to him
Not
and
on there.
being
People hating, man.
alive, but ain't no way. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way.
Joe Flacco just out there slinging it, man. They don't care.
Give my white boys their trophies, man. They earned them.
All right, man. So now for the game of the week. I think everybody saw it yesterday. But the Lions and the Cowboys. So Lions lost on this last second 2-point conversion debacle to the Cowboys by 1 point. How do y'all feel about that? First off, do y'all think that the lineman checked in as an eligible receiver?
I don't know because if you watch it, there's like 3 of them. Right? There's like 3 of them. Like I don't know.
To my understanding, what happened was the 70 had been talking to them, reporting as eligible all game, and that's why they sent 68 so they could know, like, hey, it's not 70 this time, it's 68, right? But apparently the ref wasn't paying attention to the conversation. How does that work?
So I watched. Go ahead.
And so to me, it's like once it happens, like you either got to eat it or you got to throw the flag early. They waited way too long, bro. There was like a clean 5 minutes, like 10 minutes after the touchdown, where it was like, yo, he didn't report it. I thought that was crazy to me. Yeah. And then you got like audio of him saying, "Yo, I reported." You can literally see Goff point the guy, "Yo, go report." Like everything that they needed to do happened, and then like it's like, nah, bro, sorry.
Yeah, I watched a breakdown, and I guess like who was it? Anyway, I watched a breakdown. Like basically, like you said, like Goff clearly says like go report. He runs over there. He has no reason to be over there if he doesn't report. Like 70 is running on the field, and 70 never says anything. Also, they were saying like by rule, like 70's playing the inside guard, and he's covered up by like 3 players. So it's like he can't be ineligible even if he comes in and says he wants to be an eligible receiver. So by rule, like it wouldn't even make sense, or like there has to be some mistake. And it's like, like everything that about their formation shows that like 68 is going to be an eligible receiver. Also, they were saying like before the game, like Dan Campbell let them know like, hey, we may run this trick play. This is my eligible receiver. Like he did everything right to kind of alert them.
About that piece, right? Real quickly about that piece. I didn't know that you could even do that, right?
Yeah.
Pre-game say this is who's going to be eligible for. I didn't know you could do that. I thought it had to be reported per play.
No, it still does. It still does, but it's just like we want to give you a heads up, like
this trick play. We might do this trick play.
Yeah.
Okay. So they did everything they could possibly do.
Yeah, they did everything.
The refs.
Yeah, and it's like, if you mess it up, like just own it. Just own it, man. Like you messed up. Like it's a big mess up, but like you got to own that.
Yeah, it just fuels the fucking Cowboys narrative and the NFL script. That's all it does. The fucking script. Because obviously they want the Cowboys in there, but
I've never seen 2 plays determine the outcome of a game harder.
Yeah.
Like that missed sack that would have been a fucking safety that turned into a 92-yard, 90-yard touchdown. He just whiffed, bro. Like this is all he needed to do. Like even if he hands closed, just dove at like this. That's a sack and probably a safety. And this dude,
I think he was so scared of like getting, I guess,
the roughing the passer. Yeah, that's a good point.
No, but he still had the ball in his hands, man. So here's my thing, right? Dan Campbell, right? I 100% understood going for it in the moment when you had the momentum.
I know what you
were
going to say.
I know what you were going to say.
I know what you were going to say.
I would have went for it too. The second you get the call back, kick the fucking ball, bro. What are you doing?
Yeah, they should have kicked
it.
What are you doing?
Yo, the momentum is gone. You're 7 yards away now. Like, you don't have a 7-yard automatic touchdown, bro. You don't have that play.
Yeah,
You don't have that play.
even from like a strategic and like tapes standpoint, it's kind of like I wouldn't want 3 of my 2-point conversion plays like on tape.
On tape.
You know what I mean? Like you gave them 3 different looks. Like it's kind of like come the playoffs, like we got it all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
68 gonna be eligible.
And you know they saved that 2-point conversion all year for a big game like this.
Exactly.
I loved it in the moment. In the moment, you
moment,
still have a chance to get the number 1 seed. You're at the goal line. Like, yo, go get it. Go get it. Go do it. If you don't get it, whatever. The game doesn't really mean anything, right? But you can go do this as a huge moment. The second you get the call, yo, kick the ball, bro. And then you get the makeup call, and they try to run it again, and the next call was even worse. I was garbage.
Yeah. I'm like, I feel like you gotta give your team a chance, like kick it, like I don't know. I mean, it's weird because like everybody's like, oh, it's Dan Campbell, like he's always gonna go for it, blah blah. But like Dan Campbell also is the guy who's like, oh, I got 100% faith in my defense. Like let your defense rock. Like you know what I mean? Like play for overtime, get a stop, get that field goal, and drive down the field.
The defense had dominated all game. Like they were dominant all
they held
game.
The Cowboys. Yeah, those 20 points, right?
But
I don't know.
Shout out to CeeDee Lamb, man. Shout out to CeeDee Lamb, Colin. I ain't forget.
Yeah, that was my takeaway. I think it's time for me to admit that CD might be top 5 wide receiver in the league. I've been hesitant because there's so many good wide receivers, but like you look at his numbers, look at the game he just had.
Yeah,
like I can't.
I mean, he got lucky with that.
He got lucky.
But he had 13 receptions.
He had 90 yarder.
Yeah, he had 13 receptions.
But I will say, I think something to note. I think Mike McCarthy like took a lot of the stuff he does with like he used to do with Devontae Adams, is doing it with like CeeDee Lamb, like just moving him around a lot, like in the slot, on the outside, like just really setting him up to win and get him involved. And it's like it to me it looks like similar like play styles. You know what I mean? Like he's always like separated. He's always one-on-one. He's always like it's just a lot of good concepts for him. So I think like that definitely transitioned over from like the old Packers days, and now is like why CeeDee Lamb is like just benefiting off of it.
That's true. I think it's also like them realizing Tony Pollard is not that guy. So they're going away from they've been giving him the ball less, and I think they finally realized this gives CeeDee Lamb the ball every time. So I think earlier in the year they were trying to figure out who their other receivers were, like between Brandon Cooks, Michael Gallup. They had someone else too. I forget who it was, but I think they were trying to figure out like who else can be like the number 2. And I think the last couple like month or so they realized we don't need a number 2. Like Brandon Cooks had a nice little run; he had a couple touchdowns in a row, but you're seeing CD get crazy targets now, and I think they're just realizing just no one can guard this guy. Just speed him the ball.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely like Brandon Cooks. They use the tight end a lot, Ferguson. Like, so yeah. If they ever get the running game started, it's gonna be a tough team to beat. But
do you have CD top 5? I think he's borderline right there.
He doesn't have Chase. I'm sure he has CD over Chase.
That's all because I was just about to say.
I was gonna say you got CD or Chase. You got CD or Chase.
You know what I'm saying? Who we take it out right now? Are we talking about right now, like in terms of this season?
Who knows? Who would you take? Who would you take? And I don't care, like everything.
Diggs is dropping. Diggs dropped this year.
Diggs dropped. I think Chase. It's unfair to give Chase a drop because Burrow got hurt. But
see, like
Adams dropped.
But that's that type of stuff. Like that's kind of my point. Like I don't think that they drop necessarily. I think it's just like, yo, they're not in a great situation. Like Devontae Adams, like did he really drop? I don't know if I can drop.
Or you just have no quarterback. Yeah, he's got no quarterback.
I don't know if I can.
I mean, he's also older now, right? I haven't seen separation either. Like, you know what I'm saying? I used to see elite separation.
I don't know, man.
I don't see that anymore.
I don't know, man.
I mean, it does look like he lost a step. It does look like
but you're also comparing it to like you're like, oh, Aaron Rodgers and lost separation to like Aiden Connell, like interim coach.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
it's not
like,
fair.
It's a huge.
At the end of the day, I think he's still gonna have 1,000 yards, right? He's gonna have 1,000 yards. He's gonna have decent numbers, but he's not gonna be.
I don't know. I know 2. I'm definitely gonna have AJ Brown, CeeDee Lamb.
Ooh, you got AJ Brown that high?
No,
He
no
was
order,
dominant
no
this
order,
year.
no order, no order,
Oh, no order. Okay.
no order. But I'm just saying AJ Brown, CeeDee Lamb,
Jettas,
yeah,
Jefferson's still there.
Jefferson, Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill should be one right now.
I don't know. To be
That's
honest,
4. That's 4.
I don't know.
to be honest, I don't know. I really like St. Brown. I don't think he gets the volume,
He's been great.
but
He's
I
been great,
really
bro.
like St. Brown. Like so that
I like him like
that'd be my. I don't know if I could put him in 5, but I want to push him.
5
high.
is.
I want to
If you're
push him.
talking
high.
I know
about
what you're
this,
saying. Yeah.
if you're talking about this year, I think you gotta put him on St. Brown top 5.
I don't know.
Just
I
He's
this
been
year?
dominant, bro.
I don't know if I could put him 5.
I'd
I
have to
want
look
to
at.
put him high.
I'd have to look
though.
at numbers.
I want to
I'd
put
have
him
to look
high
it up,
though. But I mean, let's.
I mean, he doesn't.
Well, yeah,
he definitely doesn't get the love that he deserves. I think he was starting to get it.
He scores like every week, bro.
So top four in yards is CeeDee Lamb, Tyreek Hill, AJ Brown, St. Brown, and then Puka.
I was gonna give Puka love, but he's a rookie. I was gonna give him love.
He's not.
He's
not.
bro. Let me see you do it again.
Next five is Amari Cooper, Keenan Allen, Ayuk, Mike Evans.
Cooper another one.
And then
Cooper
Chase.
Keenan Allen, I think is quietly top 5.
Yeah.
Like him and Mike Evans are the most slept on all-time receivers in the league.
Yeah.
Diggs really dropped, bro. That's crazy.
Diggs really. I don't. It's not just that.
And that's not a situation thing.
It's all these other guys. All these other guys are just doing so good. That's what it is. But.
Crazy.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. Listen, Diggs is at 10. That's all I'm saying. 132
that's crazy.
targets.
He felt that.
132 targets. I'm just saying, man. But finishing up this topic, I guess. So who do you think is going to finish first in the NFC?
The Niners.
Yeah, it's. I don't like
so?
it, but it's going to be the 49ers. Yeah.
Think so?
That Rams game is going to be hard because now they're
is.
really trying to fight to win, right? And I think the Rams they match up pretty well against them. But who do they play this week? I don't even remember.
The 49ers?
Was it?
I don't know, man.
No. I'm trying to remember.
I don't know, man. Oh, they play the Commanders. So.
Yes, dope.
They play Commanders. I don't know, Jacoby Brissett, man.
That's a W. It's good. I mean, you got to go Niners. They're going to be favored to win both of those games, and as long as they win, they have it, right? There's no avenue.
Yeah, if they win out, they get it.
Yeah. So 49ers.
Because they beat the Eagles.
Yeah, it could be 49ers, Cowboys, Eagles, or Lions at this point. So.
I think the real question is who win in that NFC East, bro.
Yeah,
that's the
real.
That's going to be
the Niners or
the NFC East.
Oh, sorry. The NFC East. I don't know. That's a good question.
Damn, you're not confident, man. I got the Cardinals and the Giants, bro. What's good with you? I gave you a layup just now.
No, because there's a part of me that thinks that the Eagles might rest. And like not. Yeah, I think there's a part of me that thinks that they might rest and they may not go for it. Just because we haven't been playing well, like we have some injuries, like I don't know. Like I think I also am not confident about like these games. Like believe it or not, like I think like Cardinals. Like I think we should win these games. Let me say that. Like I don't want to hedge and be like, yo, we're gonna lose these games. But I think the Giants game was way too close. They have been playing well, so I think that last game, like if we're kind of taking the foot off the gas, like depends on like how they're moving. Like they may be able to kind of sneak one. Cardinals game, I feel like is going to be another one where it's just going to be too close. You know, we may still win by I think we still win by like 10 points, but it's just like, I feel like it's going to feel closer throughout the game. And then it's like, at some point we'll pull away, but it's like, yo, you should have pulled away a long time ago. Like it's going to be one of those games.
That's the Eagles season, basically.
Yeah, exactly. like we haven't had one game where it's like, yo, we just blow you out and like, we're just good.
Yeah.
Y'all blew somebody out. I can't remember who it was, but y'all blew somebody out.
I don't think so.
It might have been one, but like it's because we all remember how that team was last year, and that team was so dominant. And not a roster wise, it's pretty much the same. I would say you might have a better roster than on paper, but for some reason, I don't know, something's not clicking with the Eagles this year.
It's that secondary, man.
They're
Yeah.
trending down. The bad thing with the Eagles is they're trending down in this
Yeah.
last quarter of the season. So you talk about these last two games, like they're gonna want to get right. They have to get right, and they have to get right like right now. So
Yeah, who is this blowing?
probably
I'm imagining in my head.
They-
Maybe it's
we-
the
I don't
Bucks.
know.
it was the
Was it the
Buccaneers
Bucks? Yeah, it
and
was
the
the Buccaneers.
Dolphins and the
Yeah,
Dolphins.
I think it's the Dolphins game because everybody was like it's gonna be close, and that was the game I was like, nah, like they were talking about Tua and Hurts for
Yeah.
MVP, and yeah, I think that's the one.
Yeah, that
But
was
yeah,
bad.
every other game's been
But-
close.
The NFL playoffs reseeds every round, right? Like
I don't
you know what I'm talking
remember.
about?
Oh yeah, I
I
think
think
it
it's the
does.
only
Yeah,
one that
yeah.
reseeds. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta
Like,
go
I'm
for
trying-
it, bro. You can
I'm
get a
trying to
home
think, like,
field. in
It's so
general.
big. Like the Eagles and Cowboys, they can either get the second seed or the wild card, and that's such a big difference.
Yeah.
Gotta go for it.
Or you gotta go for you gotta win the division. You can't take your foot off. Yeah.
This would be the first repeat division winner in the NFC East in like 20 years.
Yeah.
Gotta go for it, bro.
So do you
Ooh,
think?
so that wait, so that means the Cowboys.
That means
are
the
winning it
Cowboys
then.
about to take
Cowboys
it.
are about to take it. Oh
but
shit.
do you think it matters like where you fall? Because like let's say because I'm
The
trying to
first
like
round
see
matters.
like
The-
who but
is
who
the-
would play who? Like let's say like whoever's the second
You
seed, who do
can't
they
you
play?
can't be trying to duck.
No, but it's a serious question because like would you rather play the Rams or would you rather play like
The
the
Bucks?
Saints or the Falcons or the
No,
Buccaneers?
it
you
would
know
be
what I
like the Buccaneers on the road or play the Rams at home. Those would be like your two options, right? And it's like
Yeah, I'd rather play the Bucks.
I'd rather be home, but I would rather play the Bucks.
That's what I'm
Bucks on the
saying.
road,
So
yeah.
it's like it
I'd
could
rather play
be
Bucks
it
on
could
the
be a
road.
thing.
It
Not
might be
not to
better
say
with the
that,
wild
like,
card.
not to say that you just completely blow it and you're just like, well, whatever, I want to play the Bucks. But like, I don't
Is
know.
it- wait,
I don't know
the
if it's like,
Rams?
yo,
No,
we
but
really
It might be
need
the
that.
Seahawks, actually. I don't remember.
It might be.
I gotta look
I
at
think
it.
it's the Rams or the Seahawks are like fighting for that last spot. It still could be the Packers, like, but it really like
But
the bottom half could be terrible. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather play the
But, like,
Packers.
yeah, but since it reseeds, like you want to avoid the 49ers. So if the Niners
I
are the
ain't
one
never
seed,
seen PMC
you-
this shook, bro. This is
the
crazy.
Eagles you can't get a wild card.
Look at him, Lee.
What?
Shook.
Because if you're a wild
Look
card
at
team, if you're
him.
no matter what wild card seed you are, you're gonna have to. If you win, you're gonna have to go face San
You're
Fran.
the most shook 11-win team fan I've ever seen.
No,
in my life.
I just
You
don't
shook.
think it. I just don't think it matters. Like because it's to me, it's like okay, it's like so the Eagles. You play who you play in the first round. Maybe you can get a better matchup, and then you got to play the Cowboys or the 49ers. You got to go and win. You know what I mean? Like it's
You gotta
not
just
it's not
avoid
an
the
easy
49ers.
road. Like
But you'd rather be home for that game, bro. What are we talking about?
no, you definitely that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you just like definitely like take your whole foot off the gas and rest everybody. But I'm just saying like let's say it gets out of hand or like let's say like the Giants are like up at halftime, they may not care that much. You know what I mean? It may be like, yo, let's. It's like you ever watch basketball?
He's just
when
trying.
they're
He's
like,
just trying to hedge his bets when they lose.
He
to the
hedges.
Giants.
I'm not.
Hedges.
Once they lose to the Giants, he'll be like, "We don't even care,
I
man."
already said we win these. I already said we win these games. Like, also it depends on like what happens before that too. Like, because I don't know what time the games are. But like,
Oh yeah.
you know
Like,
what I
what
mean?
time-
Like,
yeah.
so it's like I don't know what they're gonna do. I'm just saying like I think the Eagles are not gonna be like. If they can help it, they're going to try to rest some guys. Or, like, they're not going to try to go full
I don't
force
think-
to try to
no.
get the home field. I think Cowboys are trying to get the home field more than
They
the
need it.
Eagles are.
The Cowboys
Yeah, they haven't
need
lost.
it, bro.
They haven't lost at
Yeah,
home.
they're 8-0. Cowboys are 8-0 at home. Yeah, the Cowboys need it.
So it's like for us, we've lost at home. Like we just need to play better. Like that's the bottom line.
I mean, the Eagles are still 5-3 on the road, so it's not like
Listen,
where the Cowboys are 3-5 on the
That's
road.
why we need to go on the road. That's why we need to go on the
never
road.
thought I'd see the day, man. You shook. Crazy.
I mean, we just beat the Giants, so we can't be that shook.
Barely.
Yeah, but at least the only good thing for the Eagles is there's literally the 49ers just got their ass whooped, so it's like it really feels like
Everybody beatable, man.
yeah, everybody's
everybody.
beatable this year. Everyone's
Listen,
beatable.
49ers are better with Sam Darnold anyway, so it don't matter.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
All right, let's move on to sit and start. I know this is the championship for a lot of people out there. Some people may be done. Some people may have one more week to go. But we got some hard ones. So the first one we're going to start with Kyler Murray, sit or start. think
Kyler
it's
Murray versus the Eagles, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Starting Kyler Murray. Eagles, we just got done talking about their struggles. They've been better the last 2 weeks. Pass defense against the Seahawks and the Giants, but they did play the Seahawks and the Giants. With Gino's been all right, but one of those was I think DeVito, and so it's a little skewed as they held them both under 200 yards, so you think they're trending in the right way. But overall in the year, they're still 27th versus the pass, and I still like Kyler Murray in this one. The Eagles are plus 12.5, so people are thinking the Eagles should blow them out, which should lead to a lot of garbage time for the Cardinals. So I think Kyler Murray maybe gets like a garbage time touchdown at the end too. So I'm starting Kyler Murray.
Yeah, I'm starting Kyler Murray too. I feel like you got to start anybody going against the Eagles. Their secondary's ass. They give it up. They give up yards down the field, and Murray runs. So
yeah,
I'm definitely starting Kyler Murray versus the Eagles personally. I think he's gonna go. They're gonna air it out a little bit, and like Lee said, they'll probably be down, which means they're gonna throw it even more. So
yeah.
I
don't know what I said before, but Eagles are minus 12.5. I don't think I said
sitting them.
You're sitting them.
I'm gonna sit him. I said it a few weeks back. Kelly Ringo is coming up in the ranks. In the secondary, I think eventually he's gonna overtake Bradbury once we just get over the contract, the optics.
As an Eagles fan, why is Bradbury still playing? Why is Bradbury still playing?
Dude,
contract. It's one of those.
He starts, right? Bradbury starts. Bradbury starts.
He starts, unfortunately. Unfortunately, he starts, man.
And you're sitting. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, but I'm sitting him because I think we're gonna start to move on to Kelly Ringo as our number 2
in the first quarter.
Our number two corner.
No, I'm saying in the first quarter of the game.
Yeah, I think so. They've been talking about trying to move him around.
I mean, they got
to get Kelly Ringo more opportunities. I think Slade is coming off that surgery, so it's Bradbury's more familiar. But I think once we start getting healthier, they're gonna start going to Ringo. I think it starts this week. He's been playing well. I had the stats before, but he's been pretty much shutting people down the last few weeks.
Yeah, but again, he played the Giants in one of those games.
Listen, man. We don't say that to Purdy, man. Now Kelly Ringo can't get the love. now he can't. But we're gonna see. I'm calling Kelly Ringo pick this week, man. On Kyler Murray.
Okay.
I'm calling.
I love to see it, man. I love to see it.
All right. Next up, we got Jonathan Taylor versus the Raiders. Sit or start?
Bring the chair out, man. We making big boy decisions today. All right. And this is for the championship people. Okay. None of these consolation bracket motherfuckers out here, bruh. I don't care if you trying to win a third place. It's for chips only.
You sound hurt.
I'm hurt as hell, bro. I had to go against Amari Cooper, bro, last week. It hurt, man. It hurt bad.
Yeah, Pickens on your bench, right?
It didn't matter, bro. He had Lamb and Murray, bro. Lamb and Cooper. It was over for me, bro.
Yeah.
With that said, I haven't seen the same Jonathan Taylor this year, and I can't rely on him to win me a chip. So I'm not starting him. I mean, maybe you don't have a better option. I just don't think he has a great game versus the Raiders.
I'm starting him. I mean, you got to have a really deep team to be benching Jonathan Taylor. I think he's one of those players. If he's healthy, he's starting. Play him. Just talent and touches. I know the Raiders have a good defense, but even last week Taylor struggled. He still got 18 carries. And he's so good. You give him 15 plus touches, there's a good chance he does something no matter who he plays. So I'm starting Jonathan Taylor. I think Zach Moss is questionable. I'm not. So if Zach Moss is out, then definitely play him. But.
I thought Zach Moss was playing. I like Zach Moss.
Yeah. No, it's definitely a toss up. I think Raiders have been playing well as of late. But I'd start them. Yeah, but I don't necessarily like the matchup. I don't love the matchup actually.
It's a tough matchup.
Bring the chair out, bro.
Oh, sorry. And Zach Moss is inactive.
Oh, put the chair away. Start that boy.
Start. So we're starting Justin. Okay.
Put the chair away.
Next we got.
Go get him, John.
That's crazy. We got CJ Stroud. So CJ Stroud versus the Titans.
Gotta start him, man. He back. The kid is back. Is Collins playing? That's the real question. But
I think he is. Yeah, I think Nico Collins active.
He had a great year. If you're able to survive the missed games and still be in the championship situation without him, then odds are you have good quarterback play. You like started Derek Carr in that week that he was able to go off, or Flacco or something. But overall, I think you got to start CJ Stroud. Like, I don't know that you have a better option at this point. I know I say that every week, but CJ's been killing it. Like, when he plays, he's killed it. So you gotta hope you could lean on that trend. So starting.
Yep. Summed it up. I don't really have much to add there. I feel like CJ Stroud is one of those plug and play guys. So
yeah, I'd agree. I'd start him. I'm a little worried because he's coming off injury, but he's been good every time he's played this year. So start him.
This is your biggest name sit or start of the season, bro. I guess it's the playoffs.
It's the playoffs.
Yeah,
people need the answers. All right, so this one is Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs against the Patriots.
Ooh. Bench. Sit him. Sit him. Sit him. Like it'll hurt. I know it's like you can say like, oh, he's due, but and it's gonna hurt when he goes off this week in the championship. But I don't know. Patriots got a really good defense. The over under in that game is only 40 points, so even Vegas thinks it's going to be low scoring. It's one of those. I think it's going to be one of those ugly divisional games. Patriots and Bills always play each other tough. Diggs has really struggled his last 6 games. Even in PPR, the last 6 games, he's been under 9 fantasy points pretty much every game. So it's tough. We just talked about him dropping out of like the top 5 overall conversation. As far as my like confidence level in Diggs, I put him on like the Godwin Ridley kind of level. I think he's like a low wide receiver 2, maybe a good flex, but he's been really struggling lately, and it's a tough matchup. So I assume if you're in the championship, you probably got a really good team. So hopefully you have a good option to replace him. But yeah, I'm benching Diggs.
I'm starting Diggs, man. It's time. Diggs is that boy. It's the division game. The number 1 seed in the AFC East is on the line versus the Patriots. I think Vegas is wrong. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, at least on one side. I think the Bills light it up. The Bills about to light it up. I mean that. And it starts with Diggs. I got him on my parlay later today. You're going to see that. Start Diggs. All right? I know it's been a rough year. Start Diggs this week. He gonna bring it home for you. Gonna bring it home.
I'm gonna sit him as well.
Okay.
I'm gonna just read his stats. Last 5 games. Against the Jets, he had 4 catches for 27 yards. Eagles 6 catches, 74 yards. Chiefs 4 catches, 24 yards. Dallas 4 catches, 48 yards. And Chargers 5 catches, 29 yards. So, and he's averaging in those games like at least like 8 targets, which seems like a lot. It should be a lot for more than what he's producing, but it's probably low for his standards in terms of targets. So I got to sit him.
Yeah, you mentioned his targets. I think in the weeks like 1 through 8, he had double-digit targets pretty much every game except like 2 games. But the second half of the season, since week 9, he's only had double-digit targets twice. So for some reason, I don't know if teams are just like triple covering him or something and making Gabe Davis beat him, but
it's the offense.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's the offense. They're
and they've been beating James Cook. They're running now more too with James Cook. So it's I don't know. Diggs has been trending down. Yeah, it'll hurt. Watch, he's gonna go off this week. I know it.
I know it, and that's why I'm starting him. Yeah, start Diggs.
During that stretch, he did have his targets were like 12, 7, 11, 16, 12, 12.
Like he normally gets crazy targets. That's why he's so good. But
Yeah, he's also only had one touchdown. His last touchdown was against the Eagles, that overtime game. So he hasn't
Yeah,
scored in a while.
I think I'm not sure the exact timing, but I think it coincides when they changed their offense because then they
Yeah,
changed their offensive
yeah,
coordinator too.
yeah.
So I'm pretty
That's what
sure
they
that
were
has something to
saying.
do with it. Yeah.
Yeah, but they won every game, so I don't. It's gonna be hard for him to complain
That
unless they go
that's why I'm not
down.
optimistic. Yeah, that's why I'm not optimistic they're
Yeah.
gonna change because they've been winning. So like they're not gonna. I don't think they'll change. But
Last time he played the Patriots this year too, he had 12 targets, 6 catches, 58 yards, and a touchdown. So
Start Diggs.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had a similar day. I wouldn't be shocked.
Start Diggs.
yeah, that's one of those. It really depends who else is on your team. Like obviously
Yeah,
you're not benching him for Joe Schmo, but if you got again, like I would play Calvin Ridley over Stephon Diggs. I might even
yeah,
play Godwin over Stephon Diggs. But like
that's
guys
fair.
like that, if you had someone like I don't know.
All right. Next is Tua. So it's Tua versus the Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore.
Yeah, I'm benching him. I gotta sit Tua. He's been like I don't know how he's still in MVP talks because I feel like he's like boom or bust. He's either
Yeah,
like a top 5 QB or he's like the 25th QB. And going against the Ravens defense, Ravens are 6th best against the pass. Tua's really struggled the past month or so. He's only gone over one touchdown the past 6 games, one time, I believe. And it versus Tennessee, he had a zero touchdown game. So you know what they do? I think they're starting to lean a little more on the run game, especially with HM getting healthy. They've been feeding him in Mostert.
yeah.
So bad matchup. He hasn't been good in like a month and a half, so I'm benching him.
Okay.
I'm starting Tua, man. I'm starting Tua mostly because Tyreek Hill exists, and I think that the Dolphins somehow pull one out, man. I do.
Um, yeah, I'm actually gonna follow suit. I'm gonna go with Tua.
Yeah,
It
man.
doesn't have to do with the ticket for CMC,
It do. It
but
do.
I will go with Tua. Um, no, but I think Kyle Hamilton got hurt last game, so
Mm-hmm.
they're going to be
Yeah,
playing a
that's
different
true.
safety, so that could be
Mm-hmm.
something that they play on. We also still haven't really seen like how the Ravens really are against the top team. I mean, they got the 4 picks last week. I don't think it's going to be a 4 pick game this week, and Dolphins can put up points. I do think it's going to be tough because I think Waddle is out. But yeah, I do think Tyreek Hill will have a big game, and they'll have a whole bunch of schemes for him in a chain. So
Just, just know I checked the weather in Baltimore. It's gonna be 50 degrees. It's not too cold.
not
It's
too
not too
cold,
cold.
so they
Not
can
too
make it
cold.
happen. Okay.
They can make it happen.
No Waddle hurts though, man. No Waddle's huge.
Yeah, no Waddle is big. No
That
Waddle is
just means
big.
he gonna get some. He gonna get some rushing yards too.
No Waddle is big.
Hey, I think Mostert's out too, which means they're gonna be throwing it more.
Is
Oh,
he?
is he? I missed that.
Yeah.
I didn't even see
Mm-hmm.
that. I'll check on that. And the last one is AJ Dillon. AJ Dillon against the Vikings.
Most is out.
Bring the share out, bro. Bring the
AJ
Yeah.
share
Brown.
out.
Aaron Jones is back. Aaron
Aaron
Jones
Jones
is
is
back,
back.
right?
He's getting the touches. Yeah, he's getting the touches
Yeah.
now, and I just don't believe in AJ like that. I just don't.
Yeah. Vikings are a good run defense too. I think they're top 10 against the run, and I think AJ Dillon himself is coming off an injury, and then AJ Brown is. I mean, not AJ Brown. Aaron Jones is back, so it
Bruh,
doesn't look good.
I'm gonna be real. If you in the chip game and you got to start AJ Dillon, you a lucky dude, bro. Because how? Like how, bro? How
Maybe
you
he
keep
got some
you?
injuries. Maybe they
Maybe
got
maybe he
Josh
has
Jacobs or
Mostert. Maybe he
something.
has
Yeah,
Mostert or
I don't know.
something. But
Yeah, there's some
hey,
injuries, some big
man,
injuries this week.
that's tough. That's tough.
Dang, man. All right. Do we got any questions? I don't think we have any questions this week.
No.
Question.
No. So, all right. Sebastian, you ready for your parlay?
Yes, sir. Listen, man, it's time. It's money time, y'all. Y'all know how it goes. You know how I do. 8 leg to win $8 to win an 8-leg parlay. You know how it goes. Starting with Bijan Robinson to get 60 rushing yards this week. I know the memes have been out about whether or not the Falcons use their talent well. I think I sent one to PMC that was hilarious about them using Pitts and London and Bijan Robinson like the Warriors using running the offense through Draymond Green and like Andrew Bogut or something. But I think today's the day that the Falcons rush the ball a lot. I think they're going to go to Bijan a lot, and he's going to get 60 plus. In that same game, I have Khalil Herbert getting 40 rushing yards as well. Moving on to the Bills-Patriots game, I got Stephon Diggs anytime touchdown and Josh Allen to get 40 rushing yards. That is plus 546. I got Adam Thielen in the Panthers game to get 50 plus receiving yards. I got Wan'Dale Robinson in the Giants-Rams game to get 40 yards at plus 134. Lamar Jackson to rush for 40 yards at minus 215. And then finally, I have the Chargers with the mini upset versus the Broncos. The Broncos are going through a lot this week at Moneyline Chargers at the Broncos for plus 150. Overall, that's $8 to get you $5,709.33. So hopefully that cashes.
Okay. Have you been hitting on any of them lately or no?
I've been close. I just haven't been like I haven't gotten a clear one yet. And the one that I should have got Pickens sold for me. I hit everything but a Pickens anytime touchdown. So never again.
Okay. You got any college bets with the college games today?
I thought about adding one. I did, and then I saw Florida State get blown out, and I was like,
that was wild.
I can't trust these children to do anything. So they're not professionals.
Crazy.
I want to put money on Michigan to beat Alabama so bad just because of a personal vendetta I have against somebody, but It is what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So last but not least, we got our sleepers. So I'm gonna start with you, Lee. Who's your sleeper for this week?
All right, my sleeper for this week. You should have added it to your ticket too. DeMarcus Robinson, wide receiver for the Rams. Was that yours? He just he jumped Tutu Atwell on the depth chart lately. He has a touchdown in 4 straight games. So I'm just kind of banking on the touchdown this week. I think he's only owned in like 27% in Yahoo. So even if he's not a sleeper, you might want to throw in an anytime touchdown for DeMarcus Robinson.
Okay. Like that. I'm going Darius Slayton, Giants wide receiver. The Rams, we just talked, sticking with that game. The Rams don't have a great pass defense, and the last 2 games, Slayton was able to go for at least one big yarder, big gain. He got a touchdown, I think, last week versus the Eagles. Overall, I know I put Wan'Dale Robinson to have a good game. I just think we're going to be able to throw it a little better with Tyrod than we have with Danny DeVito. So, I'm going with Slayton.
Always going with the Giants.
Wait, real quick on the Giants. Do you think does the offense change at all with Tyrod and DeVito? Do you think they throw more with Tyrod?
I think we throw a little bit more. At least we tried deeper shots.
That's true. Because DeVito be getting running yards. Yeah, I think DeVito needs another shot. So
yeah,
I like DeVito.
I like DeVito, man. We already know what Tyrod is, man.
Listen, Tyrod had us in games.
But it's like, you don't need that now.
What are you trying to win? What are you trying to win for?
Put it this way: DeVito is the first quarterback to get benched for Tyrod Taylor. Put it that way.
Is he?
In the history of the game, every quarterback that comes in after Tyrod takes off
I feel like that's
something.
on your coach. I feel like that's on your coach. Because he's got to know, like, you're not trying to win these. Like, it's not like you're trying to make a playoff run.
Oh, we trying to lose for sure.
Unless they're just trying to beat the Eagles, but I don't know.
Yeah, like, I feel like that's what it was. I feel like he's like, yo, we trying to beat the Eagles.
Yeah.
DeVito might come in next week. I don't care.
I mean, that's weird.
I'm with that. I'm with that. F y'all. What are you talking about?
I'm I'm gonna go with my sleeper for this week is gonna be Marvin Mims. So you got Jarrett Stidham is playing. Since they benched Dangerous. So we got Marvin Mims. I think
That shit was so shady. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, it's not Mason Rudolph, bro. It's not
yeah,
Rudolph.
I think Cortland Sutton is out. He should be bumped up. He should get more targets, and usually like the backups they get more reps with those guys. So I think Marvin Mims has a solid day. Solid
I
day.
like those. I like those backup quarterback wide receiver combos.
Yeah.
Like they practice together.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like they always favor.
It's
They always
what I'm
favor the
saying.
random guy. Yeah.
It's the
I'm
year
not
to
saying,
backup
man.
quarterback.
Yeah.
It really is. I don't think we'll ever see anything like this again.
Yeah,
It's crazy. Joe Flacco for comeback player of the year.
true.
I played like 7 different quarterbacks in my main fantasy league this year.
You know, if Herbert doesn't get hurt, I probably win a chip, bro. Sick. I'm so sick.
All right. Any last words? This last stream of the year. I do have.
Oh
something.
yeah, it is.
I just
shit,
wanted to
yeah.
point out that A-Chain has been terrible ever since he's came back.
You cursed him, man. You
I
cursed
just
he
him.
want
has
to
been.
say that he hasn't eclipsed 100 yards.
He's not 100%, man. He's playing hurt.
He's
playing hurt.
barely.
He about to
hasn't
cook this
eclipsed-
week?
Playing
he
hurt.
hasn't
He's playing
eclipsed
hurt.
50 yards.
Yo,
Mostert's out this week. Mostert's
I
out.
want you to know
Mostert's out this week. Watch.
that I fully expected PMC to have like a end of the year uplifting,
Oh, it's coming.
motivation.
No,
And he
no.
said, "Yo, I was
No.
right about A-Chain."
Yo,
Like, come on, bro.
A-Chain.
It's not even fair.
You
It's not
guys
even-
were saying it wasn't even a comparison, and now he just looks like a regular
Mitchell
guy.
out, bro.
We'll see this
He's
week.
not
We'll see
even
this
playing.
week. We'll see this week.
Come on,
Because
man.
this will be the first week A-Chan's #1, right? So
He's come back down to earth. All I know
We'll
is
see
I
what
saw
happens
Jeff
this week.
Wilson getting carries and touches, man.
He was. Getting
He sealed the
touches.
game for the Dolphins, not A-Chain.
He did.
So I'm just saying.
I had Jeff Wilson in my fantasy league this year too. Like for like 2
Understand.
seconds. I dropped him.
A-Chain, everybody was going off of A-Chain. He's not even gonna get 700 yards, man.
he missed half the year.
Listen, man. I
How many
don't
yards
care.
Mitchell got?
No
How many yards
excuses,
Mitchell
man. No excuses, man.
Yeah, it's not even fair because Mitchell got hurt, so he can't even like.
No excuses, man. He was playing better than him before he got hurt.
Oh my god!
He-
No,
it's
he
a
wasn't.
fact.
Let
I
it
don't-
go, bro.
Yo,
Let
y'all
it go.
y'all just
A-Chan didn't
y'all
start doing
clinging
bad
on to
until
like
after
3 games. The guy went off for
A-Chan
3
didn't-
games and that's it.
A-Chan didn't start doing bad until Mitchell got hurt. That's what I'm saying. So he's like,
Yes, he was.
no,
Let
'cause
it
Mitchell's
go,
been out
bro.
for a couple of weeks.
He
now.
literally had a game where he had 1 carry, 1 yard,
Did he get hurt that game?
1 target, 4
That
yards.
was probably his first game back.
And then the second game he had 17 carries, 73 yards. 7 carries, 47 yards. 9 carries, 32 yards. 7 carries, 24 yards.
Yeah, you so petty, bro.
He's just a right. I'm not saying he's not good. I'm just saying y'all were talking crazy.
Oh
Like
my
no
God.
one could touch this man. He's a regular guy, man. He had 3 games that are out of this world.
He's not untouchable, but he's definitely still a level above Keaton Mitchell.
Let's see. We
Thank
gonna
you.
put in a bet.
We gotta have to wait till next year.
Yeah, I was gonna say next year. H.A. or Keaton Mitchell.
Yards or touchdowns?
Just
What's the bet?
better year.
Total fantasy
Okay.
points.
Total fantasy points accumulated.
Standard PPR. Standard
Total fantasy
PPR. Total
points.
fantasy points.
Damn, I probably should have said rush yards, but it's fine.
Probably should.
I'll say total fantasy points. Total fantasy points.
Okay, I'm with it.
Cool.
I mean, that's between y'all. I don't really care.
Oh god.
I mean, he's still gonna get
No,
touchdowns.
it was Lee.
Gus
Lee
Edwards
gave you
is
the
still
most
there.
pushback. I was chilling.
Yeah. But
Mitchell's alright. Mitchell's alright. He's
Mitchell's
alright.
good, man. Mitchell, I mean, they're gonna need it next year. Him and Dobbins. That's gonna be the next Mostert in A-Chain. So, But all right, that's our last stream for the year. Next stream will be 2024, and then we'll be back for the playoffs. And yeah, so like always, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
I out.